think we're on. Are we on? We're on. Hey! Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Bunch. We are live on SAFC Fan TV. And because we're live, it does mean you can join us via the live chat. If you want to have your say, we're all buzzing because what a day it was yesterday. Joining us on the panel tonight, we've got Dino, Terry and Jacob. Jacob, how's your day been?
Yeah, pretty relaxed. Watched the highlights a few times from yesterday just to reassess my thoughts, and looking forward to digging in deeper on a fantastic win live tonight.
Well, I'm glad you reassessed your thoughts. I'm looking forward to it. Terry?
Yeah, I didn't recognise Jacob looking very smooth there.
I've had a shave, mate.
Yeah, but did not see when we was on Michael McIntyre's when we all had the chatting, and he said how cool Jacob was looking. I wanted to put him and say he's really not. Anyway, Terry, how's your day been, Terry?
I've been a busy weekend. I can't complain. Just chilling out now.
Right, and Dino, are you happy? Surely you're even happy this weekend.
Oh, of course I am.
You look at man. Honestly, little smile. Go on. Shows you Peggy's. You need some disco lights, man. Look, before we start, I want to say a massive thank you to our channel sponsor this season, Wolf Competitions. Check them out at wolfcompetitions.co.uk. You could be a winner. Right, so Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. And of course, so you all know that last season I used to bet on every Sunderland game 3-1 and decided to change it to 2-1 this season. So already we're 50 quid in the bank. Thank you very much. Starting lineup then. Enzo Lefebvre came in for Adingra. Were you happy to see that, Jacob?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just what we needed. Me personally, I thought the likes of Talby might have been given a rest also, with Adingra coming in on the right-hand side because he has played on the right for Brighton before. But yeah, Enzo, for those minutes we saw him in the latter stages at Burnley, I think he warranted that start, to be honest, and he was all over the shop yesterday. You know, putting in tackles, putting in brilliant crosses, getting to the byline, really taking on his fullback. He was a little bit isolated down at Turf Moor the other week, but brilliant performance, fantastic performance from him.
Right, okay. Just quickly want to jump in the chat. By the way, Las Palmas back on first up there. So hello to you. Everybody else who's joining in. Happy Sundays, guys. And but I've just noticed that Taffy Mackham has contributed there and said, cost me a few quid the result. Said to Mrs. Taffy, I'd book a holiday if we equalised. And then I said, if we scored a winner, I'd take her with me. Terry, Lefebvre in for Adingra. I mean, do you think that was a fair swap, or do you think? I thought Adingra's been playing all right, but go on, away you go.
Yeah, I mean, it took me completely by surprise, to be honest, with Lefebvre playing the majority, if not all, of the game on Tuesday night. I thought the 11 players were rested for a reason, and having Lefebvre starting, I was like, I was sort of thinking, what's Adingra done wrong for Lefebvre to start? But as we know, he's proved us wrong. Lefebvre played the majority of the game on Tuesday, and then he was, they are fit lads and they can handle 2 games in a week, Philly, like you keep saying.
There you go, young lads in the prime. Emma is on the chat already. She's such a surprise that Adingra wasn't starting. I mean, I was really. I mean, I love Lefebvre. I think he's great, but I thought Adingra's been one of our shining lights. Definitely. So it was a bit of a shock when I saw it. Dino, I was going to say, were you happy to see Lefebvre, but you're never happy about anything? So what are your thoughts on it, Dino boy?
I mean, I've been shouting for Lefebvre to get in the starting lineup from the start of the season. I think he's one of our better players on the ball. Yesterday, I'd rather see him in the middle, but I don't think you can drop the likes of Diarra, Xhaka and Siddiqui at the moment. So going out on the wing, I mean, we all know he's down the left to win the championship. I would have liked to seen Adingra over Talby because I feel like Talby, he doesn't seem to offer a lot. I thought he had a poor game yesterday, but I think it was a really good shout for him for Lafayette to come in. I think he's technically brilliant on the ball. I mean, his work rate's outstanding. We knew that from last season, and he showed it in abundance yesterday. He's tracking back, he's tackling. I mean, he's just a level above, and for me, that should be him a starter from now on, in my opinion. Just after that yesterday.
Right, okay. I mean, it was a great day. Oh, go on, Terry. I'll bring you in. I was going to go to the chat, but we'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one for playing players out of position, but I'm not quite sure. Is the Dingra naturally left-hand sided, or has he actually played lots of time on the right? Because when he came on, I just don't like playing players out of position.
I thought he's a left winger, isn't he?
Yeah, so I don't like him on the right. That's the case.
I mean, but
he's played there for Brighton before, but he's more.
But yeah, has he played there much, and has he played well when he's played out there? I don't know the facts on that or the stats.
Right, okay. Jim Boatwell's all the keyboard warriors now. Had the pleasure of speaking to Christian Speakman yesterday. Him and KLD shot off straight to the AOL. Asked him what's cooking, and they said it's simmering. So we'll have a chat about that later about because it is the transfer deadline day tomorrow. Tony Lee's on there. All right, Monkey Terry and the two V's. I haven't got a clue what he's on about, but I'm sure he does. So how confident were you yesterday when you got up? I mean, we did the show in the week, Chief, and we was getting some score predictions, and there's quite a few people were predicting a draw. Dino, were you confident that we were going to get the win, or was it going to be a bit of a banana skin for us?
I personally, I'm sure I says this game was definitely it was going to be a hard game because I really thought Brentford would be down there this season with losing the likes of Mbeumo and obviously the surrounding rumours around Wissa. So the team's a little bit of a downgrade from last season. So I thought it was a good attempt to try and beat them. But then they beat Villa the week before, and I was like, oh, well, they've just beat Villa, and I feel like Villa should be up there. So it was going to be a tough game, but I wanted to win. I mean, I would have been happy with a draw, but we're getting the win, it's even better. And it just shows that we can actually hang with some of these teams. Because if Brentford can beat Villa, that means we can beat Villa. I know football doesn't work like that, but it just shows we can hold our own. So, yeah, I was quite confident that we could get the win, yeah.
Right, okay. Emma reminds me, because she was in the week, Chief, as well. The Brentford fans said that they never went away. We got one up, and we asked him to sing a Brentford song, and he sang, we're the Brentford, the mighty Brentford. We never win away, win away, win away. So he was right. He knows them. Terry, are you one in there?
Yeah, I mean, it just proves that it's a strange old season already. I mean, you got like sort of West Ham beating Nottingham Forest 3-0. You got Brighton beating Manchester City. So apart from the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal, it looks wide open this season, to be honest.
Well, our lasses had a right go at me this afternoon anyway, because I said we really need Liverpool and Arsenal to draw, and she went, well, why? I said, well, they're going to be our closest rivals. Like, and she chucked someone at me, but there you go. So, but it's I mean, on here the sports cast 6 points before the international break, absolutely over the flipping moon. I think we all are really. Were you confident yesterday, Terry, going into the game?
No, not really. I mean, I was hoping not to lose the game full stop because, I mean, you know what it's like. Every game's difficult in the Premier League, and Brentford, I can say, like Dino just said, beat Aston Villa, and then they won during the week in the Cup. So they have been playing good football. And you know, every Premier League side's got some really good players. So you're never confident. You're hopeful. You're more hopeful than confident. But like someone just said there, I mean, at the start of the season, if someone said 6 points out in 9 first 3 games, you'd take that straight away, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. Apart from when we saw the fixture list, you know, I have heard people say, "Oh, you know, we could have 9 points after 3 games," which wasn't beyond the realms of possibility really when you saw that. Jeff on the chat says Champions League by Easter. I like the sound of that. Jacob, how confident were you yesterday?
I think I was probably more relaxed than confident, to be honest, Philip. I thought, a draw, waking up on Saturday morning, assessing the possible outcome of the day, I thought a draw wouldn't have been a bad result, but at the same time, I think Reggie would have wanted his players to show a big reaction from going out on penalties on Tuesday. I know it was going to be a completely different side, but I think he would have known, 46,000 fans, way more than what we had on Tuesday. And is that breaking news, Philly?
Yeah, my wife likes my big reaction as well. I just wanted to tell you that. But away you go. Go on.
Well, going back to what I was saying, I was relaxed, to be honest. I just had a feeling that we would bounce back with a more positive performance. Obviously, different side, but it will be players showing a big reaction why they deserve to be our first choice regular starters in the side right now. And obviously, they proved that, and also brilliant for Isidore as well. Fantastic. Yeah. And I think he's going to make I think it's a big statement for him that he's made now, whether he should be starting games. Two goals in his first 3 games. Happy with that.
Right, okay. Just quickly to the chat, Ian Brown says there's always an injury in international break, which is a bit worrying, but we'll keep our fingers crossed there. I mean, have we got, I would imagine we've got quite a few players away, have we? Anybody jump in?
Well, we'll probably have Northern Ireland for Hume. I mean, I don't know if like Senegal or Morocco in that playing, so that could be Talbi, Diarra, Zadiki. So yeah, there's probably going to be a fair few, and I'm sure Robin Roos has been called up with the international squad as well. So there's a fair few.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, just very quickly, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, we'd love you to do so. Take a second, give us a like down there. We try and hit 100 if we can on a Sunday. And more importantly, we are looking for more subscribers to the channel. So if you're out there and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so, and that really does help us out. Somebody's echoing somewhere. I don't know if that's you, Jacob, or somebody could turn a mic down or whatever. But other than that, we're all good to go. VAR, our saviour, once again. I mean, we go all these seasons, we've never used it, and then that's 3 in a row now. What's worked for us? I mean, there was the final with Sheffield United. They had a goal chalked off, didn't they? It happened down at Burnley. I know we didn't win that one, but it certainly helped. And it happened again yesterday. So I was sat quite away from the incident, really. So I didn't see it. I didn't even think it was going to go to VAR. Terry, you was at the game. Did you see it, or was it too far away for you?
It was too far away for me, but my neighbour sitting next to me said automatically straight away, I think that could be offside. I was like, I hope it is. I hope it's correct. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with VAR this season. The referees tend to be making the decisions, and VAR sort of kind of be backing the referees on the majority of decisions so far, what I've seen. And I think it's helping the game. And I actually quite like it. We've had 3 decisions go our way so far this season, so we're going to like it, aren't we?
Right. Okay. Listen, Emma on the chat. I've not seen it, but I've heard rumours of it. Emma's saying VAR. Did you see the Fulham foul?
Oh God, that's the worst VAR decision ever. Absolutely disgraceful.
See, that's what makes it. That's what makes it farcical, really. I mean, it's like, this is not. You can excuse a referee getting something wrong when he's got to see it there and then, and that's it, and he has one look at it. When you've got a VAR, like I said, I've not seen it myself. Can you describe what happened there?
Is it a foul, though? Was that a foul, Jacob? He stamped on his foot.
Nah, but when you try and execute that skill where you spin off a player, obviously you're going to put your foot on the floor. It just so happens accidentally landed on his foot whilst doing the skill. Fulham were robbed, absolutely robbed there, in my opinion.
I'm pleased.
Right, well,
Of course you would be.
Tony Huntington says, ask Fulham about VAR. SFP Tom says, ooh, VAR. That's our new chat. I mean, we can't knock it yet. I mean, I know we've got a season to go and someone's going to bite us on the bum, but I mean, it's been absolutely, it's been tremendous so far for us, I think. Right then, I'll pass this one round to you. Dino, we'll ask you first. Are we lacking up front? I thought certainly first half. I thought we were very sloppy in the final third. I thought that it just wasn't happening for us. So do we need another body up there, or is it, are we not putting the supply to the strikers enough for what? Or am I feeling it wrong?
I don't think we're supplying with strikers very rarely enough. I mean, Mayenda's quick. He wants to be on the last man, but we don't feed through balls. I mean, we are putting some crosses into the box, but they're not hitting the man. The only time Mayenda came into the game was when he dropped short. He received the ball quite deep. He spun his man, and he started running at the defence. And I think he played the wrong ball. He tried to play a pass through the middle where I think he had Ronaldo on the left hand side of him, and I think he played the wrong pass. But I think it's a bit of both. I think Mayenda's not making the correct movements, and I feel like we're not feeding him, because when we changed Mayenda to Isidore, I feel like Isidore was a lot more involved. He was winning headers. He was out on the left-hand side, linking up with Enzo. He was a little bit on the right-hand side. He just gives you a bit more of a physical presence. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. And it is hard. I mean, our first chance was, I think it was about 70 minutes from the cross/shot from the free kick. So that just tells you everything you need to know about getting shots on target. I mean, you go to a football match to watch shots at goal, and you're not seeing that until 70 minutes in. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a problem up front. I mean, I would like to see Mayenda maybe on the bench, give Isidore a start, and maybe give that Mark Ewer a start. And because I think Mayenda's had his chance. He scored the first goal in the first game, great, but the last two games he's been non-existent. So it might be time to.
Well, I was going to say that. I mean, Isidore got the winner there. Should he be starting ahead of Mayenda?
I mean, now, yeah, probably. But with the first game for Mayenda, where he gets the first goal, you give him the second game. He was non-existent in the Burnley game, and then you give him the 60, 70 minutes in the game yesterday, and he was non-existent again. So for me, give him a bench, see what Isidore can do, and then bring Gu on for half an hour, see what he can do in the half an hour instead of bringing on for the last 5 minutes. So I think we might need a little swap around, see what works, see what doesn't. But at the minute, Mayenda just isn't working, which is a shame, because I know we're all like Mayenda.
Right, okay. Taffy Mackham says he agrees. Mayenda is a good player, but not a great player. Sounds harsh, but it is what it is. Jacob, were we sloppy like in the final third? That's the way I thought when I was watching it. Are we missing something up there?
It's difficult to say, really. I think with the difference between obviously Mayenda and Isidore, I mean, both. If we're sitting deep and looking to counter teams, both are absolutely phenomenal with their pace, hurting defences. But at the same time, I do agree what Dino said. I think Isidore had a massive improvement to his game yesterday. Every cross we put into the box in the build-up to his winner, he was putting himself about more. He loved the physical battle against Brentford's two centre-halves. And with Mayenda, I think at the minute there's just something not quite clicking with the system we're starting with in games, where we're struggling, I think, to get him on the ball. We're struggling to obviously find him in the penalty area when we do get into the final third. Him, obviously, Dina mentioned him having to drop a bit deeper to get in possession once we try and start those attacks. So I think right now, I think Reggie will assess this during the international break. I think Isidore coming in might do Mayenda's game a little bit better going forward. Him coming off the bench and being an impact player, I think might, if we're going to stick to this current system that we've been playing in the 3 games. Because the big difference we had yesterday, we were putting more crosses into the box, but we were getting more bodies in the box as well, and that was really important for us because we're making a lot of crosses against Burnley, but not having enough options in the penalty area. And I think Isidore will change that, particularly against a side like Crystal Palace.
Right. Okay then. Right, just very quickly on the chat. Max Roberts says, Terry, I love the post of here we go. You reckon you could recreate that for us now, please? Can you do that?
Here we go.
You've got to do your finger, man, like your poster. Move your head. Hey!
Here we go.
There we go. That'll get people switching off. Right, okay. Apparently, Mark Gue might not be here tomorrow because he could be going back to Chelsea. Apparently, could be a recall. So first I've heard of it myself, but we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that. Terry, were we a bit lacking in the final third yesterday? Do you think?
I think actually, to be fair, I mean, you have to give the Premier League credit. I think that every team's got strong defenders. Every team's a strong team, and I think Mienda may struggle, and you may find that Isidore does the same thing at the beginning of games when players are fresh and they're on top form. And we may find that we score a lot of goals late on in games. We seem to be strong. That's when we can rotate our strike force towards the end and bring on fresh players. So that might be a running theme regardless who plays up front. But yeah, Mienda's struggling. But it is what it is. It's another step up in class from what he's been used to. And it took him a while last season to get going in the Championship. It may take him a while to get going in the Premier League and improve again. Isidore, for me, probably does now deserve a start. And we'll see whether Isidore suffers the same as Mienda at the beginning against Crystal Palace. And then whether Mienda comes on after 70 minutes and he's running against tired legs. But Isidore deserved his goal yesterday. I'm over the moon for the lad. He's become a dad. And he just travelled over like the day before or whatever it was. And to score a goal was the icing on the cake. I mean, their keeper didn't cover himself in much glory either. But I say it was a wonderful finish. And all they can do is put the ball on target. But yeah, like I say, I don't know about Gue. I mean, is there a reason why Gue could be recalled if Chelsea lost some strikers for whatever reason?
Well, some SFC Tom says Chelsea called off the Jackson deal, so don't think he will go back. I don't know. It's all new to me. Emma is saying, what's going on with the sound tonight, or is it just me? No, it's not you, Emma. We keep putting in the private chat messages to Jacob, but he's not bothering to read them. But I think he's going to find some earphones now. So hopefully that'll all be put right just now. Here he comes. There he comes. See, looking lush. Right. There was something else. Oh yeah. If you was to go back, Taffy Mackham says, what about the Jaden Dans who they were going to get from Liverpool? But is he going to be good enough for the Premier League? I mean, he might have been all right for the Championship when we had him on loan there and never played him. Taffy Mackham also says a cheeky loan bid for Isak. Why, why not? What about Jordan Henderson yesterday coming home? I thought he got a good reception. How do you think he did? Because I thought there was a couple of balls he played were cracking balls, and I thought, he looked on the ball. What were your thoughts on him, Terry, yesterday?
Yeah, I thought he did well. I thought he would have stayed on longer than he did, but I was pleased that he got a good reception at the end, and he gave the plaudits to the fans as well. So that was nice to see, and he signed loads of autographs before and after. But yeah, I thought he played some good balls, like yourself, like you said, some good raking balls, and he was pulling the strings in midfield, and I was pleased to see him go off, actually.
Did you not think he was going to take the penalty as well when they got the penalty? He had hold of the ball, and I thought, there's no way. I said to him, I says, he's never going to take this penalty, surely.
I never thought for one moment he would take the penalty.
Well, my mate said, he said maybe he's going to put it over the bar. So, do you know Jordan Henderson? What do you think his game was like?
Yeah, he was. I think he was one of the better players. He was, like you say, he was doing good diags. He was dictating the play. You can tell he's a leader. He's pointing and shouting. He's just all over the place, and I wouldn't have minded seeing him back as a sub. I mean, I know people were like against it. Oh, we don't want to see him come back and all that, but he's still a good player. He still gets called up for England. He's someone who's good off the bench. I mean, now if your centre midfielder gets injured, you've got Neil or Rigg to come in and potentially Lafay to go in the centre. I mean, would you not say you would like to have Jordan Henderson in front of maybe a Dan Neil? Probably yes. So I think we should have probably attempted to bring him back. But he had a good game. I mean, he didn't look out of place. He didn't look slow. He looked like he was able to keep up with the pace of the Prem. So I mean, I hope he does have a good season. It was nice. I thought I heard some boos as well when he was going off at the start.
Yeah, there was. There was. I mean, my mate's not a big fan of him anyway. But I mean, he's a bit of a Man United fan, so he hates Liverpool. So that was that. But there was a few boos. I was disappointed with that myself. Like,
yeah, but I mean, it didn't affect him. He didn't like not clap. He clapped the fans. Done the whole, the normal thing you would do as an old player. But yeah, I thought he was quite good at the start in this first half, and then the second half, I felt like they were going through a different player instead of all through Henderson. So yeah, good to see him get to play back at Stadium Light. Probably maybe one last time. So it was nice.
Yeah, Jim Buck, bring in Vardy, no brain. I thought, has he not gone now?
Vardy's went to Italy now. Vardy's went to Italy team who's just been promoted, so that's Vardy gone. Which I'm glad. I didn't really want Vardy, to be fair.
Nah, fine.
Right, okay. Jacob, Jordan Henderson yesterday, did he impress you?
Like what Dino said, particularly a lot of Brentford's younger players looked up to him a lot. His qualities as a captain, are vastly underrated in my opinion. I think, like what Dino said, also would I've wanted to have seen him back. Yeah, of course. Ex-player who knows the area well, understands the passion of the fans. Our younger players, the likes of Rigg and Neil, looking up to him, trying to improve their game, getting the advice of him would have done them to the world of good. But listen, we've got an even better option in the middle of the park right now in Granit Xhaka, who can do that role just as good. So, yeah, Jordan Henderson, obviously, he still gets called up for England, and Thomas Tuchel admires him a lot. I think it's purely for the experience and also at times the quality of the passing that he can show to really unlock defences and get the service to the forward line at times. But yeah, it was nice to see him back. Disappointing apparently that there was boos. It's the first I've heard of it personally, but yeah, Jordan Henderson, always for me, top Sunderland lad, and yeah, I'll remember him. He will stay with me.
Right, okay.
Remember him for being a Sunderland's, I wouldn't go as far as a legend, but someone who represents the club really well.
Right, okay, fair enough. Just very quickly, we are looking to get 100 likes if we can on a Sunday night, as we normally do. We're on 50 at the moment, so if you can just hit that thumbs up, it'll take you a second to do that. And more importantly, we're trying to get our subscribers up. We seem to have been hovering around 10,000 forever. So if you're watching and you've not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, please. It's free to do so. And, we would love you forevermore. And we are going to start putting Dino on the door, and he'll give you a kiss on the butty for everybody who subscribes to the channel. Penalty to Brentford. Was it a penalty in your eyes, Dino?
Yes. I mean, I know Ronaldo was fighting his case that he was doing that, but he's still obstructing the player from moving. And to be fair, I think we got quite lucky because he had done it earlier to the same player where he actually took him down to the floor. And I'm very lucky that didn't go to VAR, to be fair. So I think we got away with maybe 2 penalties there. But obviously, Roofs stands up. It was a poor penalty, to be fair. I mean, I don't know what that player's thinking. It was in the corner. It was an awful penalty. But
yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Was it a good save or was it a poor penalty?
A good save when it's right in the corner. I know he has to go the right way, but it's literally he's not even at full stretch. So as long as he goes the right way, he saves it. It was a poor penalty. I think Burnley fans will be a little bit raging. But yeah, definitely a penalty. We need to get into this mindset of just don't grab players. Don't do it, because it looks like they're getting cracked down on, because there's been a few penalties this weekend where people have been getting grabbed. Like, look at Ahmad yesterday for Man United. Little shirt pull goes down, penalty. So players need to get out of this habit of grabbing people, because it looks like they're going to clamp down and give more penalties. And we're very lucky we didn't have 2 penalties against us yesterday.
Right, I quickly want to jump on the chat here because people are starting to talk about players coming in. I'll still pass this question around here. FC Korea Mode Thane says, I don't know how you pronounce this, Gear Truida, or whatever. It's probably the backup plan for Lukumi, but ideally we're on an out-and-out centre-back, whereas whatever his name is like another Nordy. Also down here it's saying fingers crossed things will erupt tomorrow, because at the moment they don't like the silence. Jacob, was it a penalty for you in your eyes, Brentford?
Yeah, I think Rionel, like what Dino said, he was lucky not to give away one earlier on, particularly in the first half. There was a lot, every set piece in that game yesterday, there was a lot of, was it grabbing, and was it one player trying to outmuscle another, but also physical contact. Rionaldo obviously pulled the lad to the floor on one occasion. Obviously, he didn't get away with it the second time, but it's one of those where luck can even itself out, and for the exact same reason we managed to get one at the other end, except this time obviously Enzo done what the other geezer couldn't do and converted the spot kick. So, but I do understand Dino's point. Particularly, it looks like the referees are going to be clamping down on stuff like that when they're analysing what goes on in the box, particularly on corners, a lot more this season. I rewatched the highlights of Man United's game, and the penalty decision that led to their win. We're going to see a hell of a lot more penalties like that given over the coming weeks and months.
Right, okay. I'll come to you just now, Terry. Max Roberts says, Philly, are you going to the AOL tomorrow? Sky Sports Keith will no doubt be at the Walt Disney Arena. To be honest, Max, I had planned to do something. However, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the country. So, unfortunately not. Someone else will have to go and find that parent store and see if they can get in there. Terry, how much of a penalty was it in your eyes then?
Yeah, 100%. I'm sick and tired of all these
Really?
people hugging each other in the boxes and dragging each other around. It's play football, man. Get some bottle about you. I'm sick of it and tired of it. Just looks stupid. You put two hands on a player and you fall over, pull them down. It's a penalty, simple as. They're getting away for too long. You know, it's good to see referee actually have a good game yesterday. I thought referee done well. I thought both penalties were penalties. And like I say, I thought Mandava was luckily not to give another penalty, but like Dino said, he needs to stop doing that. I've watched him a few times. He's a bit handsy. That needs to stop happening. You know, he's a bit like Luke 9, a bit handsy. So we need to clear up on that a lot. And you need that. I want to see referees give more penalties for all this mucking about in the penalty box. You know, stand your ground, jump higher than the other player. You know, you can use your arms a little bit, but didn't give somebody a hug and a kiss, man. Give over.
See, I thought it was a soft penalty, but I agree. I mean, I like what the refs are doing, but and more penalties, yeah, get them in. But I did think it was a soft penalty. Anyway, before we go any further, we've got to give a massive big round of applause to IMM23. Thank you very much. Who's donated £1.99 to the channel via the super chat. He says, shout out to Gary Owl, who no longer goes to the games. Gary Owl, man, why are you not going? We're in the Premier. Everybody's going now. Takes me ages to get in the ground because all these queues now. And Gary Owl, you're not going. Don't forget, you can donate via the super chat if you wish to do so. It does help the channel out. There's a little $sign at the bottom of the live chat there. You can click on that and you can donate as much as you want. However, you don't have to. You can still comment for free. Any donations are gratefully accepted, though. Terry?
I went to the ground about 2:30 and I got straight in. Two people in front of us. So I don't know what time you get to the ground.
Well, normally I'm right on. I don't always even make kickoff because when I finished at the Wee Chief and I've got all packed away. But for some reason I was early, and it was about 10 to. Or what having this queues all over the place, and like, I mean, I'm in the Premier Concourse, so last season we were getting cold because they needed around us. Now there's not a seat to be had, but it's a good thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all. like I say, I thought it was a soft penalty, but they are clamping down on that. But did the referee even things up and give us one back then, do you think, Terry?
Yeah, 100%. I thought that both were penalties. I thought the ref had a good game. I thought Robin Roofs did well to save the penalty. End of the day, it was a tale of two penalties, wasn't it? Our keeper went the right way, and he cleared it out really strong. It wasn't a soft one where he pushed it out to the player running back in. He really punched it away, got it cleared well, and their keeper went the wrong way. I think if their keeper went the right way, he may have a chance of saving that penalty from Lefebvre, which we know he did really well, Lefebvre. So, tale of two penalties. We got ours right, they got theirs wrong.
Right, okay, just very quickly. SAFC, Tom, we'll give you this one. All right. We gave a shout out to Gary L, who no longer goes to the games. And SAFC, Tom says, he only goes to the night games. Hey! Look, Dino, you're laughing. What are you doing? You're letting the side down. You're letting the side down. Jacob, did the referee even things up? And if he did, that's not very good refereeing, really, is it?
No, I wouldn't go as far as just to even itself up. It's just the Brentford player committed the same offence that Ronaldo made earlier on in the second half. It was a clear foul. Who did he bring down for the penalty? Was it Diarra?
Yeah,
Diarra. Hands all over Diarra. Diarra was brought to the floor and calmly slotted away from Enzo, which I will be brutally honest that I didn't expect him to be the penalty taker yesterday. If you'd asked, I probably would have reassessing who was on the pitch, potentially Granit Xhaka, but yeah, fair play to if Enzo's our penalty taker going forward, then looks like we found a solution. Terry
did take the first penalty on Tuesday night as well.
Yeah. Dino, did the ref even it up, do you think? Because I thought theirs was a soft penalty, but I thought ours was as well.
No, he didn't even it up because, again, it's a foul on them, it's a foul on us. No VAR was involved, so it's not clear and obvious that he made a mistake. So
VAR must have been involved, surely. They must have had
apparently it wasn't. It wasn't involved because they never asked him to go over to have a look at the monitor to change his decision. Once he'd made the decision, he's watching them. Like, the difference is referees don't catch everything in the box, but them two penalties, he was actually watching both of them. Like, for hours, he had eyes on Ronaldo, and on theirs he had eyes on Henry, who had a hold of Diarra. And on the penalty taker, I agree with Jacob. I didn't know who was going to take it because I seen a crowd of players, and I thought it was I think it was Diarra who wanted to take it. But I watched Lefebvre's interview and he says that I was in conversation with Diarra. Diarra wanted to take it, but I wanted to take it. So he says, I'll take it, but the next one I'll give to him. I don't like that because you should have a designated penalty taker as soon as you go on the pitch. There should be none of this having conversations. Enzo takes him until he misses and then maybe delegate to someone else. But the fact that they're having conversations means to me that we haven't even got a designated penalty kick taker, which is an issue because you need to have one.
I'll come to you just now, Jacob, but I thought I heard Labrise had said we've got it sorted and it'll be a surprise. You'll be surprised who it is. I thought it had all been sorted. Jacob?
Well, it's a trip down memory lane here. I don't know if you guys remember when Bruce was in charge, we played Wolves, I think it was, in the Premier League. We'd won 5-2 at the Stadium of Light. I think Darren Bent was the main taker, but we were 1-0 up at this point, and then I think earlier on in the second half we got awarded one, and I think Bent gave it.
He just went silent.
Oh,
speak to us.
Hello.
Sorry, you're on. Right, sorry, go on, Dino.
No, it was Jacob. Jacob just went all silent. He was talking about.
You had your finger up, ready to go.
I am, but Jacob hasn't finished his point.
All right, go on.
No worries. I was going to say a trip down there. It reminds me of that we had a game in the Premier League about 15 years ago. Bruce was in charge. We were 1-0 up against Wolves. Darren Bent was our designated penalty taker, but he gave the second one. Bent gave the second one to Kenwyne Jones. He ended up scoring, but Bruce mentioned in his interview afterwards he was sort of unhappy that Bent did that. But then again, players have to take responsibility regarding these things. But I do agree what Dino says. We should have a designated penalty taker before we go out onto the pitch.
Radicate, Dino?
The reason you should have a penalty taker designated, because you've seen in past games with other teams where there's an argument that everyone's snatching at the ball. You've seen it with Cole Palmer last season, I think, where Jackson wanted to take it and all the players were fighting about taking it, and that's the worst thing you can do when you're going to take a penalty, because I recognise everybody wants to take a penalty because it's an easier chance to score. You should have one designated penalty so there's no distractions, there's no arguments, and for me, it stops all the arguing. You pick one and that's it. None of this talking about it. I want to take it because I want to score. I'm scoring for you. No, it's all bollocks. You need to have one designated taker, and obviously Terry wants in.
Is this the comment, Terry? Go on then.
You're on mute, Terry.
Terry, on mute.
Not everybody wants to take a penalty on Tuesday night. Where was Gu? He never took a penalty. Out of 6 penalty takers, the only striker on the pitch didn't take a penalty. That completely baffles me. If I'm a striker, I'm the first one up there to take a penalty. Why didn't he take a penalty?
Right, okay then. Jim Buck on the chat says he saw something special yesterday at the Sol. Wincy spilled his pint. I find that very hard to believe, mind, Jim. Very hard to believe. So, I mean, were we all a bit shocked to see Enzo take it then? I mean, I know he took it midweek. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I wasn't even in the ground for the last 2 games. And I know you're all going about this leaving early and that, but I had another job to do and I had to leave on 80 minutes. And I was gutted, because, I mean, it sounds like it was the best the best bit of the game. But are we happy to see Enzo as number 1 then for penalties? Are we all right with that? Yeah?
Yeah, like Dino says, he takes the penalties as he misses and then someone else gets to go.
Right, okay. Right, what about... I'll tell you what, before we do man of the match, 17 more people is all we need to hit the like button and we'll get that magic 100 and we will love you forevermore. So we got 138 people on the stream at the moment. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get them numbers up there. And more importantly, we're trying to get these subscriber numbers up. So hit the subscribe button for us, please. If you would, it's free to do so. And we would really, really love you if you subscribe to our channel. Man of the match then, Terry.
I thought there was 3 players stood out for me. I thought obviously Lefebvre had a really good game on the left-hand side. He did play, he's putting his body on the line, coming back defending, putting in strong challenges, getting the crowd on his side, getting some good crosses in, some good passes to Lefebvre, then gets the good balls in the box. Like penalty taker, he had his best game for a long time, Lefebvre. I thought also that Roof's in goal. He's just looking really accomplished. He's looking really confident. Comes for crosses. Good shot stopper. Saved the penalty. He just looks really assured in his goal. And the new lad, Mukeli, he started during the week, played about 70 minutes, and he played awesome yesterday. And even the last 15 minutes, he was limping around the pitch, but still put his body on the line. And it's good to see somebody who has a long throw for a change. Lovely long throws in the box.
Yeah.
His favourite position is right back, but he plays a lot of games at centre-back. The other lad, Mazawaku, he plays at centre-back, but also plays at left-back, so we have cover there. But we do need, obviously, that new centre-back coming in. But yeah, that Mukeli, I thought he had a good game, especially after playing so much during the week. We're not having much pre-season. So them 3 players for me. Overall, I give it to Mukeli originally, but I've watched the game back, and I'm going to give it to Enzo Lefebvre. I thought he was awesome. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of him having this long throw, and I watched. That's kind of like, and that he, we used it quite a few times. Just very quickly, Emma's chucking a question at everybody on penalties. When you get a penalty, do you stand up to watch it, or do you not? Do you stay sat down? What would you normally do? I was thinking about it. I thought I always stand up. I don't think we do. I suppose it depends where you are in the ground, doesn't it?
Well, if everybody else stood up where I was, so I had no choice. I had to stand up. So everyone stood up to watch it. Everyone was trying to put him up behind the goal as well, waving the hands around and doing all that malarkey.
Jacob?
I think the question should really be, do you dare look?
Oh yeah, well, that's the only time
No.
the only time I didn't watch Sunderland penalties was at Wembley in what was it, 1998, 99, when it was the 4-4 with and every time we got our penalty, I went underneath, and I didn't watch our penalties, so I just couldn't. Terry?
That Manchester United manager won second just for playing Scrabble on the floor rather than watching his players take penalties. What's all that bollocks about? Get him up the door, me. It wouldn't be my head coach.
Amarin Sabutio board.
Oh, absolutely.
Dino, your man of the match?
For me, Lafay, it just summed up in the last couple of minutes for me. Xhaka plays a long ball down the left-hand side. He chases it. He keeps it in play. Tight, very tight, going out for a throw, and he keeps the ball. He mans his, he shrugs his man off. He gives it to Xhaka for Xhaka to put the ball in for Wilson Isidore for the last goal. For me, Enzo Lafay all day. He showed his quality. He was confident. He was being very creative with his little flicks. He linked up with Ronaldo very well. We're very strong on the left-hand side. We're not very strong on the right-hand side. So for me, Enzo Lafay, his first start, his first goal, and for me, he won us that game because if we had a Dingra on the left-hand side there, I think a Dingra tries to take his man on or he runs it out of play. Enzo Lafay keeps it in, gives it to Xhaka, and we score off it. So for me, Lafay.
Yeah, I think we probably benefited from the fact that he's not had a start because, I mean, if the rumours were true, he wasn't happy that he wasn't in the starting lineup. And you bear in mind last season, I know it was in the Championship, but he was head and shoulders above everybody else, and you could see he was quality. So maybe we've benefited from him not having that start, and he's gone on the pitch and thought, "I'll show you." You know, and head and shoulders for me, I thought he was man of the match by a long chalk. Jacob?
Yeah, Enzo, fantastic he was yesterday. Probably, I would say, his best performance in a Sunderland shirt since we signed him back in January, to be honest. I know that game, that 3-2 win on the Monday night at Borough, he was phenomenal. But yesterday, he was doing also the nitty-gritty stuff as well as just what Dino said, his tricks and flicks. I think there was a tackle he made, I don't know whether it was on Thiago or Damsgaard in the first half, where he just timed it brilliantly, tracked back really well, and he was able to get our attacks starting with a lot of pace. And yeah, brilliant. Even the role, because he's probably a little bit disappointed himself. He's not played much in his natural position he was expecting to be in when we brought him in back in January. He's probably played more times out on the left, but for the role he did yesterday, it was fantastic. Brilliant.
Right, okay. I'll bring you in just now, Terry, but because Stephen Henderson's on here saying, Jacob, is that your dad's painting behind you? It's a fantastic painting.
A few of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's I know one of Terry's friends, an artist as well, and he didn't spill his paint, I'm telling you. Terry, you was one in there.
Definitely Enzo Lafay's best game so far in the Sunderland shirt. I mean, I was a bit dubious of him on the left too many times out of position, but yesterday he just did everything spot on. And at the end, when we scored the goal, Isidore scored the goal, everyone was celebrating. He was just flat out. He couldn't move. He was left everything on the pitch yesterday. Tremendous.
Right, okay. Before we go any further, we're going to take a quick break, Danny, then I can clear my throat. We're going to tell you all about our sponsor, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. If you don't know how it works, this is how it works. Check out our channel sponsors, Wolf Competitions. You can go to their website, wolfcompetitions.co.uk. Once you get on there, loads of chances to win. There's even free competitions you can enter. You win 500 quid for free. You might as well enter that just for the fun of it. Loads and loads of chances on the website. Check it out. Loads of different prizes. There you go. BMW M3 could be yours. Get yourself in the draw for that. Tons of stuff. What else we got on here? Let's have a look. You can win yourself a holiday. £2,000 voucher, courtesy of TUI. 39 pence. I know, 39 pence to enter. You might as well get yourself in there. Chance to get yourself a holiday if you fancy a break to Amsterdam. There, look, £1.89 for an entry. Get yourself in that. Have yourself a break to Amsterdam. Loads of chances you can win. Tons and tons of different prizes on wolfcompetitions.co.uk. Look at that. The £1 million wheel. £2 entry. Get yourself in there. There you go. So thanks to Wolf Competitions. Check them out. Get yourself on there. Win yourself some prizes. Right, the transfer window, fellas, it closes tomorrow night. Is there one player you would like to see come in? But I know Lakumi has been banded about and stuff like that, who's a bit of a class player. Is there anybody... I don't know, you think would be a good acquisition for Sunderland, Jacob?
I would like to see us, I would say, bring in at least one more striker. Who we get in, that's a different debate. It looks like, I mean, there was rumours earlier on because of Liam Delap's injury that Chelsea Gui was going to be recalled, but that's been ruled out now apparently, which I'm happy to see because we definitely, I would say, need at least 4 strikers going forward if we're going to have a decent chance of. I know you could probably do it with 3, but for squad depth purposes, I'd say 4 to give ourselves a better opportunity.
Well, it looks like something's going to happen. I mean, it's it is.
I think a loan signing.
Well, I mean, they have said that they're not finished. So I mean, hopefully, and it's one of them where as deals start to go through last minute, a lot of last minute things get done. Terry, is there any particular person you'd like to see in or any particular position?
2 positions. I'd like to see a centre back, a proper out and out centre back. Obviously, Lukami will be spot on for that position, and also a right winger. I'd like to see someone to come in there and push Talby. I don't think Roberts is going to do it in the Premier League in my eyes. Just my personal opinion. I don't think he'd be good enough in the Premier League. So another right winger, someone who could maybe step in front of Talby or push Talby all the way. On the left-hand side, now we've got Lafi and Adingre, and we've got Mundle. So let's get another right-sided player in as well.
Right, okay. Jacob, you want in there?
Well, one name that has been bantered across a lot of social media pages regarding transfer rumours this afternoon is Lewis Openda, who's at RB Leipzig, but apparently we're in a fighting battle with Aston Villa for his signature. Striker. He can play apparently on the wing as well.
Right, okay. Jim Buck on there says not only did he say that Wincy definitely spilled his pint, he's saying Raheem Sterling, a replacement for Q. That I've taken him all day. Dino, is anybody you'd like to see come in?
Yeah, I feel like we're a little bit light on the attacking front, so I would like to see a winger come in if that's Openda. Or anyone else we can get in on loan, so be it. But I'd like to see another centre midfielder come in just to give with that extra bit of depth, because I feel like if one of them centre midfielders get injured, we're a bit light, because you've only got really Rig, who's probably might not be ready, and Neil, who's looks like his future's up in the air. And I couldn't see Brown or anyone coming into that centre midfield position, so I feel like we need another centre mid and definitely another winger, because I feel like Talby's going to have one of them seasons where you're going to have to bring him out the team. I mean, I'd like to see Roberts have a go. I know people don't rate him, but I've not ruled Roberts out yet. I know Terry has, and a lot of other fans have, saying he's not good enough, but he hasn't had a shot, so you're never going to know. So, yeah, a winger and a centre midfielder for me.
Sorry, there's Dino calling you out there. I mean, have you, you've...
Give him opinions. We're all entitled to opinions. There's a few players I think we should release, and a few players I think we should keep, and I'm sure Dino disagrees, but that's what opinions are about. We'll soon see if Roberts is good enough this season. I hope he is. Don't get me wrong. I'd love him to come and prove me wrong, like every player. But just my opinion, I'd rather get someone in a bit stronger.
Right, okay. Listen, Chris Rigg signed a new contract. How chuffed and over the moon are we about that then, Jacob?
Yeah, buzzing. I think Riggy typifies a lot in terms of the type of players that we want to bring through our academy and into the first team at this moment in time. I think Riggy was definitely one of the reasons why Christian Speakman wanted more attention brought to the academy, more investment into the academy, because when we've got the quality in terms of, was it a Class A, Grade A academy, football academy like we have, bringing players through, talented players, and also players that can show quality at the highest level. Riggy, he's not quite there yet, but I think he will be a decent squad player for us this season. I guarantee you that.
I mean, I was chuffed to see it. I mean, you look at Tommy Watson going to Brighton. He's not even, he's not even he's not even sat on the bench and stuff like that. And I know Chris Rigg, his family are all Mags, and I think he's a Newcastle fan as well. Anyway, so the temptation could have been there for him to just go up the road. So, credit to him. I think he probably owes it to Sunderland anyway, because they've given him his chance, and and he's taking it. So it's a bit of, it seems like a little bit of loyalty coming back. Him signing. Is it till 2030? I think he's signed or something like that. Dino, good signing for you.
I mean, we've been doing that with a lot of players. 09 signed another extension. We've been doing it with a lot of players, which is good to see, because Sunderland were known for just letting go of a young talent, and other teams just picking them up for now. For me, Chris Rigg, I don't think he's going to be a starter this season. I mean, I'd like to see him maybe get a run out now and again, get the last 20, 15 minutes, just to get some experience under his belt, get some a little bit game time. But I think it's more the fact that we're getting down to 2030, he's worth something, because if you let his contract run down, he's worth less and less. So if a team wants to buy him now, they're going to have to put up about 20 to 30, maybe 40, depending, because obviously you're buying potential with Rigg. You're not buying him as a player right now, you're buying him as potential. And with Tommy Watson, you let him go for 10 million, and like you've just said, he doesn't even get his game. He's not even on the bench. Yeah, he played in the Carabao Cup, but that is the kind of games he'll play in, Carabao Cup games and FA Cup games. So for me, it's just more.
Chris Rigg won't be playing in any Caravan Cup games.
Because he play in the FA Cup game though, in the FA Cup. But I think it's more to just keep secure an asset to maybe sell on later, potentially.
Right, okay, just very quickly on the chat down here. Hutchins Ski, Derby is in for Roberts, apparently. It also says down here, Roberts won't leave if we don't get another winger. Somebody said if Roberts goes, we'll definitely get another winger in. Gary Hoyle says, bring Ahmad back from Man United. They're in a relegation battle.
I wish.
Apparently. Terry, Chris Rigg, good signing.
Yeah, it all makes sense to get these young players the contracts, and just in case of a season or two's time, somebody wants to buy him, and we'll get good money for him. But good to see a bit of loyalty in the sport. He's done really well. He deserves his chance to have a contract. But I mean, do we actually send him out on loan? If we did what Dino says and gets another centre midfield player in, do we send Rigg out on loan to the Championship for the season, Dino?
Yeah.
I mean, you might not have. You might send him abroad, maybe send him abroad at a bit higher level, because we know he can do it in the Championship. So you don't need him in the Championship. You need him playing competitive top level football, which I don't think a Premier League team would take him. Not at the age and his physicality, but maybe another league, maybe a German team a bit lower down would give him a go. Maybe someone in the Spanish league. Do you know what I mean? Just somewhere where he's going to be playing against top professionals, because we know he can do it in lower leagues because he done it last season.
Well, do you not just keep him? Do you not keep him at Sunderland to play the last 20 minutes? I think it's too soon for him.
You can do that, but see, a player like Rigg, you kind of put him on when it's not a competitive game where you're probably 3-0 up, but I don't think you're going to get many of them games this season. It's always going to be 1-1, and then you're taking that risk of putting him on in a very tight game. So it all depends on what LeBrie sees for him.
Right, let me quickly jump in then, because we're just about done. We're on the chat down here. Jim Buck says, can we all give Dino 10 bob each for certain lights, meaning the disco lights? SJ says, "Oh, one bull be sitting in the dark." Emma's saying disco lights. We all want the disco lights back, Dino. There's no way you've thrown them out because I know how tight you are and that you wouldn't throw them out. So you've still got them lights somewhere, and I think you need to dig them out. The public want them, all right, and they want them next week.
I reckon they're back for Christmas.
Yeah.
Why next week, man? It's international break.
Oh yeah, we cannot. They're boring, man. Well, we'll see. Look, I was gonna make this quick because we're out of time. Does yesterday's win take away the disappointment of last week's loss? We're all happy with 6 points, aren't we? I mean, you know, are we all buzzing with that? Yes, Terry?
Yes, it's a learning curve. You know, we were the better side last week in the first half. We learned from our mistakes, and we want to make the stadium like a fortress this season. That's what we want. But yeah, I'm over the moon with 6 points out of 9.
Right, Jacob, keep it brief. What's the question? Doesn't matter. Forget it. Right, we're out of time anyway.
Apologies. Yeah, we're staying up this season.
Yeah, that'll do. That wasn't the question, but we'll see.
Mid-table.
Right. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Mark Gay scored a wonderful goal for Crystal Palace.
Listen, if anything else, you've made Dino laugh. So there you go. Dino, you happy with that?
He didn't even look like he was there.
You're happy with 6 out of 9, aren't you?
I mean, I say I'd take 7. It gets 6. It's one less than I wanted.
Then?
No, I'm not disappointed because I say I'd like to see 7 points with 1 off it. So, I mean, 2 wins out of 3. Yeah, that's great. We're in the top half of the table. It's nice to see Sunderland in 6th place with plus goal difference. So it's actually quite nice. You know, I mean, I thought it'd be like hovering just above the relegation squads, but that's not. That's the other team in the Northeast, which is funny to see as well because they're the richest club in the world. But yeah, it's a good start, but we're kind of just like say, oh, we had a good start. We need to continue, and when we take on these harder teams, the Man Cities, the Arsenals, and Liverpools, and that's where we're going to see how much fight we've got in with.
Right. Okay. All right. Keep it brief, Terry.
I know you want to see it. I know you want to see it, Philly. Don't you want to see it?
What do I want to say? No,
mind the gap.
No, I don't want to say it.
You want to say mind the gap?
I got some good video yesterday of the Brentford fans were taking the mickey out of the mags, but I've not had a chance to put it on yet. Look, we are really out of time down here. SJ says this is about the disco lights, Dino. What the public wants, the public gets. So just remember that in mind. Taffy Mackham says he's back now. He's sorry he was away. Mrs. Taffy got wedged in the bath. There you go. Listen, thanks for tuning in. We've hit over 100 likes. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. It's free to subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. It's time to say bye. We're all buzzing. 6 points, 6th position in the Premier League. It's been another good weekend for Sunderland. Dino, would you like to just say bye to everybody?
Hi, goodbye everyone. Cheers for watching.
Terry,
it's lovely to go on the international break on after a win, but yeah, goodbye everybody. Enjoy your little break.
And Jacob, how do you normally finish?
Keep the faith.
Keep the fight. Keep the fight.
Awful impressive.
Yeah, well, it's just your mic's been terrible all night. Honestly, you want to get it sorted out, Landon boy. Right, listen, we've got to go. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your pals about it. Get them to give us a follow and all that. And don't forget, if you are a member of the channel, you'll see your name in the credits at the end. And thanks to Wolf Competitions, our season sponsor.